What's up, YouTube? And good morning. I know most of you are probably still asleep on this beautiful Sunday day. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come at you right quick with just a quick video, things that are on my mind. Um, I think I'm gonna start this series. I think I'm gonna start a series of Big Hall Speaks His Mind or something to that effect. Name probably still needs to get fixed, but anyways, um, I want to talk about willpower real quick. I talked a little bit about motivation the other night on a video, and that had a very good response. Shout out to Disciple Fit. If you've not checked out his channel, please go check it out. He's an awesome dude. Um, he has a really good idea with binge eating and barbells. It's honestly, I'm thinking about doing it myself. Anyways, guy's strong. He's committed. I think he's doing his first powerlifting meet in December. I think that's what he said. I think he's going to compete with the same meet I'm competing at with Team Barbell Syndicate. Anyways, willpower. Um, so as I said before, you can use this in any aspect of your life. I use it in powerlifting because that's what that's kind of what I do. But um, as I said and as I mentioned, I think a champion or really anybody who can be considered successful is somebody who can just push through the speed bumps or the pain barrier or even the little knack that seems to hold people back. I talked a little bit about my injury. Sorry about that. I just dropped you. Anyways, I talked a little bit about my injuries and kind of how I, at some point in my life, let them hold me back, but I always seem to come back. And I want to talk about two people in mind as far as a lifting situation that I kind of use to go back and forth to. Um, so I tweaked my back a couple nights ago, which I have a video coming up about that. But I tweaked my back a couple nights ago deadlifting and just kind of having to work through the pain threshold and dealing with the uncomfortable. Um, it's part of it. It's just part of it. Powerlifting is not just a sport where you lift heavy weights and you pick things up and you put them down. And, people who are probably either new or people who've never done it before, that's what they probably think. But powerlifting in an entirety is a family and friendly environment. It's it's a gym. It's watching a gym partner finally get the lift that they've worked for for months. It's going and outdoing yourself the last meet. So, anyways, the two I'm going to talk about is first things first is Brian Shaw. Um, as everybody knows, I'm a big fan of strength sports, of strongman, of powerlifting, things of that effect, and probably one of my favorite acts of feet. There's two of them. As far as strongman goes, is the Eddie Hall 500 kilo deadlift. Which that's for another situation. But my second one, as far as strongman goes, is Brian Shaw, and the deadlift he did with a torn bicep. Um, see, Brian, this is pre Brian Shaw we know today. This is before he got blown up and blood and big and really famous. The guy was just trying to make a name for himself. He was in Arnold, and they were doing the tire deadlift. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a deadlift bar with Hummer tires jacked on it. And if you've never moved a Hummer tire, trust me, it's heavy. I mean, that's what I drive, and they're not light. But I forgot what the actual weight of the deadlift was. I know it was over 1,000, but anyways, Brian had torn his bicep the event before this, and as I said before, he had had physicians and everybody telling him that, look, Brian, it's just not your year. Maybe you should just hang it up and go back next year. Maybe let's just save and lift another day. And what kind of really speaks to me is that Brian could have done that. Brian's a strong ass dude, so Brian could have went and won next year. And look, it's just not my year. My bicep's not gonna hold up. I've already tore it. Let's just go home. But he didn't. Brian walked out on the stage. He wrapped an extra elbow sleeve and he grabbed it and he pulled the deadlift with a torn bicep. And the agony and the pain, I can only imagine how it felt. And I can't even fathom the pain that he probably went through. But the fact that he was able to push through that pain barrier and just do what he loves and just get his mind in the right spot speaks volumes to me. And my second one I want to talk about is a guy who's actually local, and I'm probably more of a fan of him than I am even of Brian Shaw or Eddie Hall, and I would even go as far as to say that I'm a fanboy of him. And he's a guy named Tommy Mason. And I'm hoping he don't mind me kind of calling his name here, but he went through a situation not too long ago. He was at a powerlifting meet and went to go for a squat, and I don't remember exactly what he tore. I think it was either an ACL or a hamstring or something to that effect. Anyway, it was in his leg, and it dropped him. Rightfully so. And from there, he could have chose to say, you know what, I'm just not gonna finish the meet. I just can't. There's no way I'm gonna be able to. Let me just go ahead and just call it here, and we'll be done. But Tommy didn't do that. See, Tommy, as most powerlifters I've seen do, Tommy went and he finished the meet. Now his numbers suffered, and rightfully so. And he wasn't able to do as much of a deadlift as he could and all that. But the fact that he was still able to deadlift and the fact that he was still able to bench speaks volumes to me. That tells me that, I've said it before, a total for me does not define a champion. That just defines how strong you are. A guy who is a champion, a guy who is champion material, is a guy who can go out and do what needs to be done regardless and damned everything else. Tommy got hurt, but Tommy didn't let that injury stop the months of training that had sat there. In a matter of a moment, at any given time, everything we've worked for, and this can go in life or lifting, in a matter of a moment, everything we've worked for can be gone. And we can either decide at that moment, hey, I'm done, and it's not worth it, or I've just got to work harder. I am competing in December, and I have a deadlift competition coming up in about a month, and my back being hurt could hinder me. It could stop me. It could slow me down if I let it. You see, I have a big respect to anybody who can push through that little pain barrier, that motivation barrier. See, I'm a big fan of Eileen Garris, who has quoted, and I might mess up the quote here, but she wants to be the best. She wants to be the best, and she said that she will die doing what she needs to do to be the best, and that right there tells me that she is willing to do and willing to put her mind and body and entirety into what she does. Anyways, take this as just a motivation. Don't let small obstacles or even big obstacles stop you from what you want to achieve. Whatever your dream is, go out and do it. And if you don't achieve it, then fine. It's not about achieving it. It's about the fact that you can just say that I did it. I tried. I went out and tried to pull 800 pounds. I went out and tried to be a movie star. I went out and tried to get that job. Now, I might not be able to get it, and I might not be able to say, yeah, I got it, but I still tried. Anyways, guys, God bless. I hope you have a great Sunday. I hope you have a great beginning of the week. I have a couple more videos coming. Some workout videos and just kind of training sessions what I've been doing for the meat preps. I'm going to actually talk about what to do for a meat prep. Guys who are wanting t-shirts or guys who have won the t-shirts, there's been a setback. It's on mine. This is the first time I've ever actually done this, so I'm still kind of working out kinks and all that. But anyways, I will get them shirts to you. If you still want a t-shirt, PM me at bighorsepowerlifting.gmail, or you can go to my Facebook channel or my Facebook page at Van Vickle Big Hoss Brandon. Anyways, shoot me a message, shoot me your size, leave it in the comments below, and as always, Big Hoss out.